Hi, everybody. My name is Hannah, and I am here from KDL, and I'm going to bring up some really cool, spooky books for you to enjoy throughout October. Quick thing I just want to bring up right before I get to it. If you love to take photos and you love to get cool rewards for said photos, you still have time, if you are a teen, to submit some photos for our teen photo contest. So you can either submit one of each photo in the Hometown Pride category, the Abstract category, or the Fall category. Or if you just have a really cool photo, just like the Fall category, you can do that too. For more details, go to kdl.org. Make sure to submit your photos before midnight on October 11th, which is this Sunday coming up. So hope to see some really cool photos soon, but let's get to it. So for today, to celebrate October and all of its spooky glory, I have 3 books to share with you, 2 of which are going to be more like haunted house stories, and one is going to be an 80s spooky thing kind of story. So first one I'm going to bring up, if you love Stranger Things or 80s horror movies with teenage friendship, The Sacrifice Box is a really cool one. So The Sacrifice Box is a group of friends that find this mysterious box in the woods, and you must sacrifice something in order to get something. So all of them sacrifice something to put into the box. So they all get something in return, but they decide to make some rules, and the biggest one is they can never go back to the box to try to undo what they've already done. Several years pass, and spooky things start to happen out in the world, and they realize that someone out of their group went back to the box. So they need to figure out who it was, what did they try to undo, and what can they do to stop it. So if you love 80s horror, if you love good witty humor, if you like a good friendship story and monsters, The Sacrifice Box is a really cool one for you. This next one I am going to bring up, this is a pretty traditional haunted house story, I'd say. And what's cool about this one is this is both a novel and a graphic novel all in one. And this is The Agony House. So The Agony House takes place after Hurricane Katrina hit. The main family in this story, they lost their house due to Hurricane Katrina. So they get gifted this house in the wilderness, and they're just happy to get it. So they move in. Main character is happy to have a home, but spooky things start to happen. And she realizes that this used to be the home of a famous comic book illustrator and writer that went missing in the 50s. And she finds his last comic book in the basement. So if you like a cool, spooky mystery, ghost stuff, and cool artwork, like look at that, then The Agony House is a really cool one for you. And then the last one I am going to share, this is another, I like to call it a 2-for-1. It is both a graphic novel and a novel, is Thornhill. This is a orphanage haunted house story. So if you like spooky orphanages, this is probably going to be a good one for you. So Thornhill has 2 perspectives. The novelization that kind of reads like a diary, that is Mary, who lived in the past and was the orphan in the orphanage where something happened to her. And the graphic novel portion is to modern times of the girl that moves in next to the now abandoned orphanage and discovers that there is a girl who is Mary looking at her. And from that perspective, it's a girl and ghost friendship story. So there's two of those, both the what went wrong in the past versus the present, and a little bit of redemption that goes along with that. And what's really nice is the author both illustrated and wrote this. This is all her work. And even though it does seem like a big book, it is a pretty speedy read just because of the diary setup of Mary's part. And also Mary, who's the orphan who tells her story from the past, she doesn't really fit in, so she makes puppets as friends. So if you like spooky puppets, then this is also a good one for you. So those are the three that I have to share with you today. Thornhill, orphanage, spooky puppets, and friendship story. Agony House, good traditional haunted house kind of story with some graphic novel pages in there. And Sacrifice Box, if you like spooky monsters in an 80s setting with some good friendship stories in there as well. So that is all I have to share with you this week. If you have any cool photos, make sure to submit those by Sunday, October 11th at midnight. Thank you and take care and have a wonderful weekend. Bye.